What's up, guys? Tim Rexius here, and this is Keeping It Real with Rexius, episode 4. Having a ton of fun with these. I'm going to generalize about 60 different questions and comments that came in off the last couple into one called the Real Entrepreneur Time Commitment. So, I even told people I was going to do this one. So, because I've had a lot of questions, why am I successful? Dive into my business, look at this, that, or the other thing. Like, what do you think my issue is? I've been doing this for a couple months, and this isn't working, da-da-da-da. I've been doing this for a week. I mean, you name the comment. Most people do not understand the amount of time it takes to be a successful business person, entrepreneur or otherwise, whether you manage a business and you're given a lot of autonomy in that business, or if you're actually the startup, doesn't matter. It takes a lot of time. Now that means time in a lot of different facets. That means time just for a day. If you want to work a 9 to 5, this isn't for you. It's just not. It's not the case. It doesn't happen. If you want to have your weekends off, it's not for you either. I'm going to be real with it. It's to be in a company my size, for instance, you need to be a leader, not a boss. So I'm the first one to jump in. So when somebody doesn't show up last Saturday to work, I had to leave my kid's baseball game on Father's Day weekend. And he's upset because the buck stops here, and I had to go run the shop for 5-6 hours and make some deals, apologize to customers for the store not being open, and that's just what it takes. I'm not mad. People make mistakes. I'm not going to ball me out, but that's what it takes. And it's not just convenient. You think 9 years in with 100 employees, I can find somebody else to do it, but no, the buck stops here. I have to jump in and do it. It's sometimes oh, I'm posting content. I'm not getting a lot. Well, how long have you been doing it? A couple weeks. Okay, get at me in a year. It takes a while to build a following, to build a relationship, and relationships are what cause repeat business and loyalty, not sales, not gimmicks, not one form of marketing or the other, all of it. It takes time to build relationships based on personality, based on your ability to cultivate those relationships into a long, prosperous business consultant. I call it consulting, or my people consultants. We come to a mutually beneficial agreement. We don't have salespeople, we have consultants. But it takes a while to build those forms, whether it be an Instagram, IGTV, whether that be LinkedIn, whether that be in person, sampling events, public, whatever. You have to go to county chamber meetings. You have to go to these things. That's what it takes. Case, set, match, and point. 3 Saturdays ago, we had the bodybuilding show here in Omaha, and we had an event. And, I've got a lot of employees. We actually had a couple events that day, and I went to all of them. 3 kids in tow with me. Like, it's because my older ones had their own thing going on. We had a baby. We have a 4-month-old. And all the way down to Saturday night at 10:30, here I am packing up the show. I'm the one that closed it down with my wife, and it was funny because we had one of our employees, very good friends, she got married, so everyone wanted to go to the wedding dance, and I'm like, that's cool, everybody go. Somebody has to work the event. And as the boss and the CEO, that needs to be you. You need to lead by example and be a leader, not a boss. I would have loved to have gone, but I'm like, hey, buck stops here, so I'm gonna do it. Funny thing was, I'm outside the Ramada, pull up my wife's new Suburban, and some dude sits outside and goes, must be nice, because he's looking at the ride. Well, first off, I got the Suburban because I have 6 kids, so it's either that or a bus. And yeah, they're not cheap. And parked in front of me is Sean Harley, who owns Rock Solid Nutrition, and I think for Jim, his Maserati, and then his wife's got a new ride too, she's in the front, and he goes, oh, it must be really nice. In the back of my head, I'm like, shove it, dude. You have the CEOs and CFOs of these companies, my wife and myself, Sean Harley and Mindy Harley, who are the ones there on a Saturday night, closing down the show at 10:30 at night when we've all been there since God knows what time in the morning. That's what it takes to be successful on a Saturday night. Sometimes you're gonna miss the kids' baseball game and it sucks, and it just is one of those things you have to balance. I'm still gonna be a kick-ass dad in every aspect of being the best husband, the best business person, but it takes a lot of time, which means creating content like this, it's nonstop and all many facets. It's different for LinkedIn, it's different for Facebook, it's different for YouTube, it's different for IGTV, it's out doing events. The farmer's market might seem silly to me because I had this store over here for 9 years, but I'm going to do it because I didn't realize they had one. It's doing the chamber meetings, it's doing all the things. It takes a lot of time. So it's time during the day, and it's a longevity, it's a race. I'm 9 years into this, and I am nowhere near where I think even my corporate stores in Omaha should be. We're very successful when everyone else is shutting down. I'm not satisfied yet. And that's what it takes. It takes a lot of time. I don't think we've built the rapport yet with the entire community that we need to. When I can go to a gym that is 20 blocks away, and somebody goes, what's Rexius Nutrition? I'm like, you've got to be shitting me. So it's just, but it's a point that like, hey, that's another group, a niche network demographic I haven't hit yet, which means I haven't done my job yet. And so it's all about time commitment, and you have to be committed to it. You're going to have a lull at 60 days into business where you're like, oh my God, nobody's coming in. You're gonna have 6 months. Oh, I think I've made it. Oh, now I can party. Listen, if I'm seeing a lot of your businesses and a lot of you guys messaging in, and I'm seeing how much time you take off to golf, and and do those things, and nothing wrong with that. You enjoy your hobbies, but if it's every weekend and you're out partying and drinking, that's why you're not successful. It takes a lot of time to cultivate these relationships, and you need to do it first. If you are benefited enough to come from family money where you can hire that out, I don't see a lot of people in that aspect being able to be successful. I really don't, unless you can really pay people a lot of money, and it means there's a lot of margin in your industry, which means that eventually you're gonna have a lot of competition because that's what people are attracted to. We live in a 24/7 market society right now, and understand that means that your customers aren't understanding of your personal life, which is unfortunate, and it sucks that people are so used to having 24/7 access. Even my gyms, I own gyms, which are a membership type business. They message us at midnight. They expect a response because they're used to this 24/7 business society that Amazon and other companies have created. And if you want to play ball and you want to win, then you got to play that game too. It's unfortunate, and it sucks, and it takes a village. So have a good team around you that's willing to jump in head first with you. The way to do that: be a leader, not a boss. I'll say it again. You be the first one to jump in and work. So I'm working Saturday, I work Friday, I work my time, I work the shows, almost every event we possibly can with my kids in tow, because it's a family, and then my family understands this is a family business, and this is what puts food on the table. Well, also, I think a lot of you start businesses and expect that, oh, I have all these friends. Let me explain something to you. We have close friends of ours, and they probably, I'm not going to call them out or anything, but we'll look at their Snapchat story, their Instagram story, and they bought their protein jugs from a national grocery store chain in town. That's how I pay for my kids. And so if you think your friends and your family are just going to be the ones supporting your business all the time, it's not. You need to earn their business too. And as upset as I could be about it, and I was upset, I'm like, okay, how do I go get a hold of her and earn her business? What have I done that's not done? I go to a church, probably it's got 15,000 members, I don't know, I'm guessing. We've had our gyms there for 2 years. My business partner also goes to the same church, and I'm not calling my church out or anything. Like, I love you all. Only 2 people in that church, I believe, are actual members of our entire gym of like 10 or 15,000, which you could look at negatively, or you say, okay, what have I not done with those memberships, those people over there? What relationships have I not cultivated to make them feel welcome in my business, and what can I do to make that happen? So it takes a massively positive attitude with that time commitment and be like, you could sit back jaded. You can say, okay, how do I do that? Family, friends, all the neighbors, it just is what it is. I have a lot of my close personal friends who I do businesses with that do not have memberships at Iron Heaven gyms yet. I'll get you. But that's the kind of attitude it takes towards the time commitment, which means more time. Understand that most of you that have looked at your businesses, I'm looking at your personal pages like we've talked about with the politicking previous episode. I'm looking at your personal pages, and I'm seeing how much time you put into other things, and that have nothing to do with your family or your business. And if you're going to do that, that's cool, but understand your competition is working 24/7. Your competition is the internet. Your competition is the guy down the street. And you understand, I always take the adage that somebody else is putting in 10 more minutes than me. I can't have that happen. So that's why I know I'll be successful, and I know also why I'm ready for the marathon. So anyways, longer video today, but a lot of you have messaged me. Understand, I want you to seriously sit back, look at your life, itemize what you're doing, what you're spending your time on, and how can every aspect of your life be geared towards helping your business grow, and still make time for things that are important to you at the same time. Like that's up to you. You've just got to make that decision for yourself. But if you're like, hey, I've done all the work and I'm seeing you're golfing every single weekend and you only have a 4-day work week, I can tell you right now that's why. Nothing wrong with taking time for yourself and having a good time, but also understand that there's other people who are going to work harder than you are, and they're going to reap the rewards because of it. Thanks, guys.